The military leaders of Burkina Faso and Niger said Saturday they will abandon the G5 anti-jihadist force in Africa's Sahel region, the latest blow to the fight against insurgents in one of the world's most troubled areas. The G5, created in 2014, has achieved only poor results, and Mali also abandoned the original five-nation force last year following a military coup. The leaders of the five countries agreed to deploy a joint counterterrorism task force backed by France in 2017, but the military rulers of Burkina Faso, Niger and Mali have accused Paris of playing an outsized role after years of French deployments in their territories. Burkina and Niger decided with full sovereignty to abandon all instances of the G5 Sahel, including the joint force, starting November 29th, the two countries said in a statement. The organization does not achieve its objectives. Worse still, the legitimate ambitions of our countries to make the G5 Sahel a zone of security and development are hindered by the institutional bureaucracy of an earlier era, which convinces us that our independence and dignity are not compatible with participation in the G5 in its current form, they said. In a veiled reference to France, they added that the G5 Sahel cannot serve foreign interests to the detriment of our people, much less the dictates of any power in the name of an association that treats them like children, denying the sovereignty of our people. Military leaders led by Captain Ibrahim Traoré took power in Burkina Faso in September 2022, vowing to improve security after years of jihadist attacks by groups affiliated with Al-Qaeda and Islamic State. Relations with France quickly broke down, and Traoré's government ordered the French forces who had assisted the poorly equipped Burkinabe army to leave the country in February. More than 17,000 people have been killed in attacks since 2015 in Burkina Faso, according to a tally by an NGO called the Armed Conflict Location and Event Data Project, ACLED, and 2 million people have been uprooted by the violence. Burkina Faso suspended all distribution methods of Le Monde newspaper on Saturday after the French newspaper published an article about a deadly jihadist attack in the north. In recent months, Burkina Faso authorities have suspended French television channels LCI and France 24, as well as Radio France Internationale and the magazine Jeune Afrique. France also began withdrawing its 1,500 troops from Niger following demands from the military rulers who overthrew President Mohamed Bazoum in July. Niger's foreign minister, Bakary Yao Senghor, said on Saturday that the new U.S. ambassador, Kathleen Fitzgibbon, who arrived in August, will soon submit her letter of appointment to authorities to take up her role. Washington, which had withdrawn non-essential personnel from her embassy in August, said at the time that Fitzgibbon would not present her credentials to the new authorities in Niger, as the United States did not recognize them. The West African nation is battling two jihadist insurgencies, a southeastern extension of a long-running conflict in neighboring Nigeria and an offensive in the west by militants crossing into the country from Mali and Burkina Faso. Along with Mali, which suffered a military coup in 2020, Burkina Faso has supported Niger's army, and on Friday the three nations supported the creation of an alliance of Sahel states, establishing closer economic ties and assistance of mutual defense. The military regimes have also forged close ties against international pressure for a quick return to civilian rule and to fight long-running jihadist insurgencies ravaging the three countries. Only Chad and Mauritania now remain in the G5, whose military deployment is largely financed by the European Union. The French deployment to the region dates back more than a decade, to 2013, when then-President François Hollande sent troops to Mali to help fight a jihadist insurgency. But military successes are contrasted with political failure, as democracy has regressed rather than developed in a region also plagued by an avalanche of disinformation that Paris blames on Russia. France also began withdrawing its troops from Mali last year, ending what became known as the Barkhane Mission. Few G5 joint operations took place on the ground and the security situation continued to deteriorate. In late November, at least 40 civilians were killed in a major jihadist attack on a military base in Djibo, northern Burkina Faso, according to the United Nations.
For more news like this across the globe, please subscribe to our channel, like and share this video. Thank you.